massive shooting in Pittsburgh, Synagogue. These kind of videos never easy to do, man. It's always hard for me to come on YouTube and talk about these situations, even though it had no effect on me. But it's still hard to talk about these situations. And before I share my reaction and my thoughts on this situation, I just want to just send my prayers out to everyone that's affected by this situation, man. About this devastating situation. It's sad to say this, man. I just pray that all the victims that lost someone, that God just wrap their arms around them and give them peace and help them overcome this situation in time. That you comfort them through this healing process. Even the ones that are injured, Lord, I just ask that you just protect them and give them peace within themselves to cope with this situation. So I'm about to jump into the reaction video. I got two videos I want to play for you guys that I want to react to, because I think one video gives more details than the other video, but I want to react to both of them. And once again, my prayers and condolences goes out to the families affected by this situation, by this devastating situation. It say multiple people are dead after a man opened fire at a synagogue in Pittsburgh. Multiple people are dead after. Oh, it's going too fast. Hold on. Okay. Multiple people are dead after a man opened fire at a synagogue in Pittsburgh. Police have arrested a mass shooting suspect near the Tree of Life synagogue. So he was arrested. This is one of the ones that didn't go out like a pussy and kill himself. So he was arrested in this situation. This is finally one get justice. Finally, one get justice. One get to go to the judge and get sentenced and go through the whole process. Police have identified Robert Bowers as the suspect. Reports state that the gunman was making anti-Jewish comments. So I guess he was against all Jews. He was making anti-Jewish comments. When he opened fire in the synagogue. Okay, I'm sorry to back up for a second. When he opened fire in the synagogue. The synagogue was packed for a Sabbath service. Most people celebrate the Sabbath as a day they go holy and do no work as in the Bible. Several police were shot while they changed the gunfire with the suspect. So with that right there, several police officers were shot while changing the gunfire with the suspect. That means he was a sharpshooter. That means he had a lot of practice, so he might have some kind of military background. If not, spent a lot of time at the gun range in order to practice how to shoot. Where you can go round for round and shoot officers. You have to have some kind of military experience or a lot of practice at the gun range in order to achieve that. U.S. President Donald Trump called this shooting anti-Semitic. Whatever that means. I gotta look that up.
What happened today is horrible thing.
Horrible thing.
A lot about it. It looks definitely like it's an anti.
I have to say, Trump looked like he had no sympathy for it on his face. I mean, he didn't show up when all the little crisis happened. When President Obama was in the White House, President Obama took the time to go right there and show his condolences and give his remarks and whatnot. But don't like Trump at the place in Pittsburgh. But this young American president, right? That's on Global News, but this is what I want to show too.
Up the street here, about a block, there is still a heavy law enforcement presence here. Tonight, we're uncertain whether the bodies of those who were killed remain inside, but I can tell you this about this synagogue. 3 congregations celebrate their faith here. They were doing that this morning when this carnage unfolded. And in this Squirrel Hill neighborhood, a largely Jewish neighborhood, you can imagine they are devastated here tonight, and the entire city of Pittsburgh is in mourning.
Every available unit in the city needs to get here now.
Shots rang out just before 10 a.m.
We're under fire. We're under fire.
The chaos unfolding at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh. The community ordered to shelter in place.
Do not come out of your home right now. It is not safe.
As many as 100 people were inside. Members had gathered for the Saturday service and a baby naming ceremony.
Wow, so it's a Sabbath service and a baby naming moment. That is so sad, man. That is sad. Like, wow. And they didn't say how many children was in the building, just adults. You know what I mean? And this is a crazy situation, man. This is very devastating to hear, to even know about that something like this happened at another church.
We are pinned down by gunfire. He's firing out of the front of the building with an automatic weapon.
Dozens of local and state police along.
He was firing outside a building with an automatic weapon. That means something can shoot more than one round with every trigger. Every time you pull the trigger, that's crazy, man.
Along with SWAT teams rushed to the scene. The shooter was leaving the synagogue when confronted by police. He then barricaded himself inside, armed with an assault rifle and handguns.
Be advised, we have a suspect negotiating surrender at this time.
He surrendered an hour later. Veteran law.
I'm just happy to hear that he surrendered. I'm just happy he surrendered instead of killing himself like the other ones in the past. I mean, if you gonna, like I always say, if you grown enough to commit the crime, be grown enough to do the time. That's the only way I see it. If you grown enough to commit the crime, be grown enough to do the time. Be grown enough to accept the consequences that come with doing the crime. You know what I'm saying? That's always my theory, man.
Enforcement officers shaken by what they found afterwards.
It's a very horrific crime scene. It's one of the worst that I've seen. It's very bad.
Loved ones in disbelief, a city in shock.
It's just a really surreal experience, right? When something that we know takes place in other places that's so random, it strikes so close to home, it's just horrific.
11 dead, 6 injured, including 4 police officers.
11 dead, 6 injured, including 4 police officers. That's altogether 11 plus 6. That's 17 plus 4. That's 21 people injured. 11 lost their life yesterday. 11 people lost their life behind this senseless hate crime. That's crazy, man. 11 dead, 4 injured, plus 6 police officers injured. That's 10 altogether injured. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. All behind a hate crime.
Authorities are identifying the shooter as 46-year-old Rob Bowers and say this was a hate crime.
46 years old. You got time to create something like this to do at 46 years old. 46 years old. That's like mind blowing. That means that hate. I really believe that hate been in his blood forever. That hate been planted in him from a childhood all the way to this moment at 46 years old. And he just now get the balls to react on it, to act on it. That's sad, man. That is sad.
Members of the Tree of Life Synagogue, conducting a peaceful service in their place of worship, were brutally murdered by a gunman targeting them simply because of their faith.
Bauer's social media rife with anti-Semitic messages.
This is our community, whether you're Jewish or not, and, we're all here, and hopefully there's ways we can find to support each other through this.
The FBI now investigating his background and what led Bowers to attack this synagogue. Ron Mott, NBC News, Pittsburgh.
Now, with that being said, they did have some Jewish statements that he was shouting out before he did it, or after he did it, or before he surrendered. I can't remember what order, but I don't know what I did with that video where he stated, "I hate Jews," or something along that line. But man, this is just a sad situation and all. This is a sad situation. You come into a church. How do you get the balls? How do you get the heart to do something like that in God's house? You know what I mean? Whether they're Jewish or not, in any church, how do you get the balls to do something like that? Walk in that church and just start killing innocent people, even with children in there. That means you had no respect for nobody. If you don't have respect for God, You don't have no respect for yourself. If you don't have no respect for yourself, you don't have no respect for life in general. That's sad. Something like that happen. It's gonna get to the point where it's not gonna be safe to be nowhere. It's not gonna be safe to go nowhere. You gotta see this. This is what the about third time it don't happen at a church. What's next? What's next? You know what I mean? Boy, even with tougher gun laws, it's still gonna create a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, and as these situations happens, I try to remind myself what the Ecclesiastes say, that there's nothing new under the sun, that there's a season for everything, but it just makes it harder and harder to become accustomed to. Things like this you shouldn't expect to walk into when you're at church enjoying your faith or praying and all this whatnot. This shouldn't be an option. This should not be a situation. You know what I mean? But I pray, I hope the justice system will prevail and get this man, you know, get this man a lot. I'm pretty sure he will get a lot of time, maybe the death penalty. But I just wish that America would get to the point where they say, let's stop wasting our tax dollars on these prisoners to sit in prison for 10 years for us to kill them. Let's go in and get it done right away. That's more money the state saved by going to get it done. As soon as you get the verdict, death penalty. Okay, with the next 24 hours, you're executed by legal injection. You know what I mean? I mean, that's how it should be. Why should you sit in prison for 10 years before they electrocute you or kill you through legal injection? Why should you get the privilege of sitting in prison for 10 years when 11 you just killed? They're not sitting in prison. They're not free right now. They're not alive. So why should you still be alive? You know what I'm saying? I'm really shocked that the police wasn't shooting to kill in this situation. I'm really surprised that the police was not shooting to kill. I'm really surprised that the police was not shooting to kill. You know what I'm saying? And I just, man, how can you live with yourself knowing you did something like this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't understand. How could you live with yourself? I don't even want to know the motive, because there's no motive to walk into a church to kill somebody. They're not just somebody to kill people. Kill innocent people that done nothing to you but believe in a certain religion. The Jews. So because they Jews, you want to walk in the church and kill them all. Or kill 11 of them and injure 4 and injure 6 police officers. That's crazy. That is crazy. They just show you what this world coming to, man. This world is full of hatred. I really believe we're living in the purge. People out here just want to kill just for the hell out of hate. Because of the color of your skin, because of your haircut, because of your music being too loud, because of who you are, because of a lie. It's pathetic. It's getting real pathetic. We are really living in the last days. If you don't believe it, then I don't know what more proof that you need to see that we are really living in the last days of this earth. Yeah, it really is, man. Get yourself together. If you got hate in your heart, try to destroy it, resolve it. Ask yourself, is this really a reason to hate somebody? Then what if somebody hate you for something even smaller than that? Or something more petty than that? You know what I mean? You got to think like that, man. And before I end the video, I don't want to know everybody's opinion on this, because I don't see that nobody did a reaction video to this situation yet. So it look like I am one of the first to do the reaction video, but it ain't about that. I'm just sharing my thoughts, how I feel about it. It's sad. It's sad that to know that 11 people lost their life behind hate. Hate because of a religion. Because they're Jews. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Like, for real, that is really crazy to me. But, I don't want to send my prayers out to everybody that's affected by this situation. Everybody that had an impact on this. Everybody that this situation hurt. That lost someone that's injured. That was there. Because I know I'm pretty sure you very frightened right now. I'm pretty sure it's going to take a long time for y'all to process this and really heal from this situation. I just ask that God just wrap his arms around all of y'all and give y'all the strength. Give y'all the strength to pull through this situation. That the whole city of Pittsburgh pull together and comfort those that's in need right now. Comfort those that need comforting. Even the children, even the adults, comforting. We all need strength. Everybody be the strength of one another, man. And I just pray that y'all come through this situation. I pray the ones that's injured that they recover. That they recover back to full health. That everybody continue to hold strong and remain strong in your religion. that you do all you can to support this city of Pittsburgh, man. My prayers go out to y'all. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just lost for words. This is very devastating because I mean it's not easy making these kind of videos. Not easy to see this kind of situation in the news, man. It's not an easy situation, you know. I just ask that trust in God. I just ask everybody to trust in God and remain strong, and that God give y'all the maximum strength of recovery. You know, and if y'all like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation in the comments, and we all pull together and keep Pittsburgh uplifted in our prayers. You know, uplifting our prayers. Because justice will be served. Justice, y'all hear me? Justice will be served for this hate crime right here.